Mr. Speaker, I rise today to honor and recognize the life of John Albert McNeill, Sr., a fine American. He was born in Whiteville, North Carolina in 1918. From the time he was born until he graduated from college, John helped his folks run their family pharmacy in Whiteville, which first opened in 1875 and is, to this day, Mr. Speaker, North Carolina's oldest family-owned pharmacy. When McNeill graduated from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill in 1940 as a pharmacist, he had intentions to return home to Whiteville and work in the drugstore. But that didn't happen. The United States had joined the Allies in World War II, and McNeill found himself at the recruiting station trying to enlist. But much to his dismay, he quickly discovered that he wasn't tall enough to qualify for the Navy. Now, John McNeill was undeterred and determined to serve his country. So McNeill spent the next 2 months of his life stretching and added 2 inches to his height, just enough to qualify for the Navy. Having been accepted to the Navy, John completed his midshipman's training at Columbia University and gained his commission in early 1942. During the war, McNeill commanded landing craft in the Pacific Theater and served with distinction as he participated in hundreds of landings in the Solomon Islands while reinforcing Guadalcanal. After finishing his time in the Navy, John returned to Whiteville to help run the drugstore. The day after returning home, he opened the family store, walked across the street, and introduced himself to his future wife, Margaret Powell. They were married a year later and raised 6 children together. Now, around this time, McNeill got involved in scouting, first in a Sea Scouting troop at Lake Waccamaw, and then later with the Boy Scouts of America as his children were growing up. Mr. Speaker, John McNeill's devotion to the Boy Scouts was well known across North Carolina as he took his troops to places as far away as the Arctic and the Yucatan Peninsula. A famous story he told involved his troops hiking across the state of North Carolina and stopping to have breakfast with the governor one morning along the way. Mr. Speaker, under John's leadership, some 55 Boy Scouts in Whiteville, North Carolina, achieved the rank of Eagle Scout, Scouting's highest rank. While John's legacy as a Scoutmaster is near legend, thousands in Columbus County will remember his hospitality, too. Every 4th of July at his pier, his dock on Lake Waccamaw, John and his family gathered to celebrate the signing of the Declaration of Independence, an event thousands have attended. All the while, John continued running his family drugstore and for many years held the distinction of being North Carolina's oldest licensed pharmacist. Sadly, Mr. Speaker, John passed away in September at the age of 98. Mr. Speaker, John Albert McNeill, Sr. lived an extraordinary life, and the difference he made to the lives of countless others in his community will be remembered for years and generations to come. With that, Mr. Speaker, I yield.